Hey everyone! Today, we're diving deep into the hidden jaw-dropping secrets of the CIA. And trust me, you won't believe some of the things they've been involved in. Buckle up, because we're about to expose some of the most shocking truths that very few people even know about. Let's start with a big question. What really goes on behind the scenes at the Central Intelligence Agency? The CIA is known as one of the most secretive and powerful organizations on the planet. As the main intelligence agency for the United States, it's responsible for gathering foreign intelligence and keeping America safe. But here's where things get interesting. For an agency that's supposed to protect national security, so much of its history is shrouded in mystery. And a lot of what we think we know is totally wrong. Myth 1. Is the CIA a rogue agency? One of the most popular ideas floating around is that the CIA acts like a rogue agency, operating outside the law with no accountability. And while it's true that they've been involved in some wildly controversial operations, the truth is a little more complicated. Yes, the CIA has done some pretty shady things, but they're actually under heavy oversight. Congress and the president keep a close watch to make sure the agency's actions align with U.S. interests. So, the idea of them being completely unchecked? Not quite accurate, but that doesn't mean they always play by the rules either. Myth 2. Is the CIA all-powerful? Another popular belief is that the CIA can basically control the world. I mean, how many movies have you seen where the CIA pulls the strings on everything from elections to global events? It's a cool plotline, but not entirely true. Yes, the CIA is powerful, but their influence is way overstated. For every success they've had, there have been just as many, if not more, epic failures. Their real role is to gather intelligence, not orchestrate world domination. So, while they're definitely a key player, they don't control everything from the shadows like some kind of puppet master. Myth 3. Is the CIA just a passive observer? Here's where things get really interesting. Some people believe the CIA just sits back, collects intelligence, and reports it to decision makers. Sounds harmless, right? Well, it couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, the CIA has been directly involved in shaping global events, often through covert operations, including regime changes and assassinations. They're not just passive observers. They've been pulling some serious strings throughout history. And the consequences? Sometimes they're more far-reaching than anyone could have predicted. CIA controversial operations. What you didn't know. Now, let's get into the juicy stuff. The CIA has been involved in some seriously controversial operations, and we're talking about things that sound like they're straight out of a movie, but they're all too real. Operation Mockingbird. One of the most jaw-dropping examples is something called Operation Mockingbird. In the 1950s, the CIA launched this secret project to manipulate media, both in the US and abroad. They recruited journalists, planted propaganda, and even bribed foreign officials to influence what the public thought and felt. To this day, we don't know the full extent of the operation, but it left a lasting mark on global media. Kind of makes you wonder how much of what we see today is still being influenced behind the scenes, right? 1953 Iranian coup. Then there's the 1953 Iranian coup. The CIA played a huge role in overthrowing the democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh and replacing him with the Shah of Iran. This operation has been widely criticized, and its ripple effects, like the 1979 Iranian Revolution, still shape global politics today. It's a clear example of how meddling in foreign affairs can backfire in a big way. The CIA and torture. The CIA's use of torture during the War on Terror is another dark chapter. After 9/11, the agency used what they called enhanced interrogation techniques to get information from suspected terrorists. Despite widespread condemnation, the CIA defended these methods as necessary to prevent future attacks. But here's the catch: they didn't work. Not only were these methods inhumane, but they also failed to produce reliable intelligence. Project MK-Ultra, the mind control experiment. Now, if you think all that's bad, wait until you hear about Project MK-Ultra. This one sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel, but it was very real. In the 1950s, the CIA launched this secret program to experiment with mind control. They used unsuspecting citizens as guinea pigs, dosing them with LSD, subjecting them to sensory deprivation, and even attempting to create brainwashed assassins. The goal? Some hope to build a mind-controlled army of super soldiers. While the project was shut down, a lot of what happened remains classified. The more you dig, the more questions you have. And trust me, this rabbit hole is deep. Assassinations of foreign leaders. If you thought it couldn't get any more shocking, the CIA has also been involved in assassinating foreign leaders. From Patrice Lumumba in Congo to Salvador Allende in Chile, they've been linked to plots that destabilized entire regions. These covert operations have had long-lasting consequences, and in many cases they've fueled deep anti-American sentiments worldwide. So, what do you think? With this much power and secrecy, it makes you wonder, can we trust the CIA to act in the best interest of the world? Or is their influence causing more harm than good? So, what do you think? With this much power and secrecy, it makes you wonder, can we trust the CIA to act in the best interest of the world? Or is their influence causing more harm than good? If you found these revelations eye-opening, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. We're just scratching the surface here, and if you're craving more, check out our video on the top 10 CIA conspiracies. I guarantee it'll blow your mind. Subscribe for more thought-provoking content, and as always, thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay informed, and until next time.